Hi, welcome back to the farm. My name is Roz, also known as Passion Flower, and you'll find me here each week talking about my farming and creative life. I have no idea how long or short this episode is going to end up being, and part of that is because I haven't taken notes this week. Normally I do. I do some dot points, um, but it's much earlier in the week, and I just need to get this done because I won't have time later on. So I'm just referring to the photos that I've taken in my phone because that's normally how I start the process of starting to write some notes about what's going on. So I'll probably either ramble like I am right now, or I will forget a whole lot of really important things that I need to tell you. So let's just see how it goes. Last week I said that it was starting to feel and look a little bit like spring, and even more so now. We've got a really nice sunny day today, but it's strong winds, and I'm starting to feel the allergies. The hay fever is hitting, the grass is starting to grow. So we're starting to get those kind of allergens, which really get to me, as well as the flowers. So, yeah, not terribly fun times right now. And this time between now and when we get through to high summer, where the grass has the seeds, is where I really struggle with hay fever. Because it's only been a very short amount of time since I last spoke with you, I don't have a ton farm wise to talk about, and I haven't actually spent all that much time here doing anything. I've been quite busy with work. I work at a school and it's getting near the end of term. So we're getting into assessments and practice exams and all of that kind of thing. So being quite busy with that and getting prepared. Although next week, I'm really looking forward to having the week off, which will be lovely. I'm wearing the Miranda jumper this week. I'll put the details below. Again, not prepared and don't have really any of the details except what's going to be off the top of my head. I have shared this pattern before. I do wear it quite a lot while I'm here on the farm. It is quite open necked though, so it's actually quite good when it's a little bit warm. Otherwise, I would normally wear a cowl with it to keep my neck warm. It's got cables down the front and a kangaroo pocket in the front, and it's made out of Bennett and Gregor natural wool. I think it's the color is called wattlebark. I'm assuming it's just natural brown. And I've had it for quite a long time, and it's natural wool, and it's still keeping its shape pretty well. I give it a little shave with a peel remover every once in a while, but it does really well because it is just natural wool. Business wise, this week's probably where I've been the busiest. I got quite a lot of dyeing done at the end of last week, and then I have been rescanning and labeling and sending out of the first batches of my Christmas yarn of Bright and Mary. So if you have pre-ordered, look out for that. It should be on the way. Any pre-orders that I get between now and the 14th of October, which is when I close them off, I will endeavour to get out as soon as possible, but I don't have as much time to dye over this next little bit. That's why I gave myself through until the end of the first week of November to have those out. Have a little bit of stock from where one batch finished, but like the order didn't fill the full batch of the yarn. So I will be able to potentially, depending on what you order, ship that out straight away. If not, I will be dyeing as I get another full batch to go through. The little bits and pieces that I have left will be coming with me to the All About Fibre and Yarn market in Bulleen, I think it is, on the 7th of December. And then anything left over after that, I will list in my shop. Also, business wise, this week, last weekend, I was at the Romsey All About Fibre and Yarn market. So that was really lovely. The day was so nice. It was sunny. Lots of people came out and said hi, and got to hang out with a whole group of really great vendors as always. And then I got home and unpacked my car. I did a really crappy job at packing down. I think I've got stuff everywhere. So as soon as I'm done here, I actually need to repack all of those tubs into a bit of a cleaner, streamlined way, because this coming weekend, which is why I'm recording so early, I am going to Daylesford on the weekend for one of the Tea Time Yarn retreat markets. It's a small group of people who are staying at a knitting retreat for the weekend, and Bali organises a small group of traders to have a little stall actually at their retreat. So it's an exclusive market. So I will be doing that this weekend. So a much smaller setup, not with my big racks or anything like that. So I really need to reorganize and sort through what I have and make sure that I'm only taking what I need and not all the stuff that goes along with setting up of the rack walls. So as soon as I'm done here, I'll be doing that packing and editing this video so that I can get everything sorted out, because I'll be heading off to Daylesford. I'll go the day before and stay up in Creswick, and then just pop over to Daylesford for the market on the Saturday, and then I'll probably stay on the Sunday and just have a little bit of a break, considering that next week, as I said, I am on holiday, so there's not a huge rush to come home or to get back to work. While I was at the All About Fibre and Yarn Market, I did purchase myself something, which I'll share here rather than in creative. It's sort of in between, right? I normally try and restrain myself because it's very, very easy to just go around and spend all the money that you make and at everyone else's fabulous things. So normally I set my stall up and then I go for a little wander and have a chat with people and see what's going on. And a particular color of yarn caught my eye, and I was like, oh, I really like it, but no, I'm not going to. And then the day went on, and at the end of the day, when we were packing down, I went over and the 5 skeins I saw in the morning were all still there. So I decided that maybe it was fate and that I needed to get them. That's what I convinced myself of anyway. Excuse me. So I got, let me get these out of my bag down here and I'll show you all at once. It is from Fluff and Nonsense. So Tess was there vending, and it's always good to see her. And she had, it's an SRS Merino 5-ply sport. So it's 100% non-mulesed Australian SRS Merino. It's a non-superwash, and it's 280 meters for 100 grams. And the color is called Orange Spice. It's coming out a little more apricot-y bright on the screen. Let's see if I might take a photo and put it in because it's not coming out quite right on the, well, that's not too bad there. So I have 5 skeins, which should be plenty to do a jumper or a cardigan. 3 are from one dye lot and 2 are from a different dye lot, but they all look fairly similar. There's a couple of dark patches, but I think there's a couple of dark patches in each of the skeins. So it'll just be kind of placing or planning where they go and making sure that I alternate when I change from one skein to another, just to blend them through. So that was my little splurge on the weekend. Oh, one thing to remind you about, as well as the Christmas pre-order, which is still available and the link will be below, is that I am teaching some classes at Craftlandia in Daylesford in October and November. So not this month, but the next 2. So if you are interested in, there's a brioche class, like a first steps in brioche, and there is a toe-up sock class. So if you're interested in those and you'd like to take a trip out to Daylesford, go and check out their website and you can book a ticket for that there. Okay, given it is only Wednesday, I think I've done okay progress-wise for knitting so far. And I wasn't around on Sunday, so I was out of the house at the market all day, so there was no knitting time Sunday either. So I really haven't had a super amount, but I think I've done a reasonable bit. I did a little bit more on my stripy sock from Bombed Yarns. I'm up the leg now. Let me see how far I need to still go. Got a little way to go to get the second one finished, but that is making progress. And I actually made a significant amount, maybe it feels like a significant amount of progress on my Little Love, because it is now off all of the other holders and literally just on one set of needles, which is really quite exciting and not feeling quite so octopusy and tangled as it has been the last few weeks when I've shown you. So this is knit out of Fairfield Fins in the Logwood colorway, and it is now one piece. So I've just joined the underarms. So last week when I showed you, where was I? I was here on this piece, on this side, and I'd already finished the sleeve on the other side. And I have now connected at the underarm. So there's one armhole there, and there's the other armhole there. So that is now the full back, and that is the front with the collar and the armholes. So that's the collar there. So now I just need to work the front collar, the front, the back, and the other front and collar all the way down until I get to the length that I want. But as I said the other week, I think I will pause after a little while and pick up and do the sleeves, and then come back and finish doing the length. The only thing that I really don't like now about the pattern, because it was very clear about doing the lace pattern and the row you were on and everything was written in the pattern, and now it just says work in established lace pattern. So you have to go back to the previous page to read what the pattern should be, so that then you can keep going on the next section, which is kind of fine because, as I said, it is reasonably easy to read. It is, and there's a couple of rows that are literally just knits and purls, except for the front collar section where it is just a 1x1 rib. So I think once I've actually established the lace pattern again, it will start to flow, but it's just because it's changing each side as you do it, and you're sort of doing things one way and then the other way. My brain has to kind of what's the word? My brain has to kind of readjust to how it's working as one whole piece rather than just as one side and then the other side. I am really loving how the lace pattern is turning out. I think it's really pretty, and I'm excited to get some more done on this. Hopefully when I'm away at Creswick, I might motor on a little bit without Kat sitting on my lap, but then I probably won't. Who knows? I'm a bit sort of, I get ambitious and then nothing happens. So maybe I shouldn't be putting expectation on myself. That's it for another week. Thanks for spending some time with me. If you're enjoying these videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I look forward to seeing you next week on the farm. Bye.